In California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-one.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and of course the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson. Wilson going to come out throwing. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Samson Abukum. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he can't hang on to it. And the screen never got started. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. DeAndre Carter back deep. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
On the move past the 40, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's #1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play action passes. Other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. The Chargers had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return, Carter. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run with Edmonds. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season, 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And Nathaniel Hackett apparently disagrees with the ruling on the field, and he's going to challenge this one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. York able to send this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and he finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. But Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert's throw complete there to St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault?
No.
So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we are at halftime here on a message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Chargers to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Eckler. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A handoff. It's Eckler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like it was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Running on first down, Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. On second down, Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Herbert now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it 24-13.
Broncos 13.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll run here with Eckler.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the ground, it's Eckler. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And boy, is he... Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is... So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. From the 17, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. Touchdown! Jerry Judy from 17 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler to the 43, second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. DJ Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 10. 1:51 on the clock. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Now Wilson. Able to get this to Patrick. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing now is Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 42 yards. And the Broncos are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Now it's the turn. Trailing in this one now. 57 seconds to go. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle. Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one left. And this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. Herbert. Out to his left.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Denver's offense ready to go again. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond